Hello, everyone, and welcome to Whale and Dolphin Healing and Clearing. Within this class today, we'll be doing deep core level healing for your body, your mind, and your spirit, and we'll also be working with the 12 strands of DNA and inviting in the dolphins to help recalibrate strand number 1 today. So I welcome you all, and everything that we do, we like to do in sacred space. So we'll be listening now to the humpback whale sounds for just about a minute or two to open your body and open the pores to really receive the sound signals that are for deep healing. And then we're going to be moving into a prayer to open the directions. So enjoy, sit back and close your eyes and relax as we listen to the whales. Isn't that sound incredible? It's tantalizing, and it really brings in a vibration that starts to shift the cells in your body. We're going to talk more about that. Highly recommend for all of you that you use whale sounds in your life as sound healing for your modalities, for yourself, and for your animals. So now we're going to open to the flowing love of source energy. We're connecting now to Mother, Father, God as we create the sacred space for this class, this workshop, and for each of our homes. We begin by grounding ourselves, going down into the core of Mother Earth, finding a place that feels comfortable to anchor your light that we'll call center below. So breathe the energy in, acknowledging the beautiful elementals, earth and air, fire and water. And we recognize the crystal kingdom as well, as we'll be working with the beautiful Andara crystals here at our home and crystals all over the world, wherever you are. Breathe that up into your body, up through your legs, into your solar plexus, and up into the heart. And now rise up in your frequency and in your summoning up through the crown chakra to connect with the sun and beyond to source light, to prime creator. The energy of your origins flows when you ask for it. So open that crown as the call is answered and source comes back to you, flooding you with the beautiful vibration of unconditional love. We've reached now the angelic kingdom, the ascended master kingdom. We've connected to the star masters who are listening to each of you, hoping to connect. We've connected most importantly to what I call Father God, which is the masculine source light, the point of origin. We bring that down into the heart and we ask for a perfect balance of unification between the earth and the sun. The seat of the soul then is in the heart. So we summon the I am presence, the soul, the larger non-physical part of each of us today. This is the vibration the whales will work with. And we honor now the organizing principles of the universe, and we start to the south, energetically or physically face the south, and we call now for Archangel Uriel to come and hold the column of light on the perimeter of your property. We take that light down however you feel. Try going down about a mile and see how that anchoring feels. You may want to go further. And again, the frequency comes up, and we'll go up to equal and opposite distance in the column of light with Uriel. And we're calling in the vibration now of 3 orca whales and 4 pilot whales that we know from our journeys and retreats that have come back, and they continue to work with us from the southern direction. We welcome you now, and the south is open. Aho. Turning to the west now, we welcome Archangel Gabriel to hold the column of light on the western part of your property, your house, your condo, your land. And Gabriel is the master of communication. He can be very helpful in the workshop today. He can help translate that which you may be blocked with, and that would include verbal and telepathic communications. And Gabriel's bringing in lots and lots of dolphins, so we'll welcome the dolphins to come into us as spirit and swim around and through us, raising our vibration with joy. They're already tickling me, and we just love them. So the west is open. Aho. Take a deep breath, turning to the north, summoning now the magnificent Archangel Michael. Michael is with us today to assist you in taking a really good look at your divine life blueprint. He often takes me there so we can take a look at how I'm doing, talking about the things that I said I would do in this lifetime before I was born, and then check again on my destiny points and see how I'm doing. And are there things now yet to do that I want to do that weren't originally in the plan that I want to bring in? He's a master guide for helping you stay on track and helping you stay on a path of service, but yet a huge path of joy. And now Mother Blue Whale comes in. The blue whales are the largest creatures on the planet. Their heart's the size of a car. And they come in with such great love and vibration, mostly working with Mother Earth, but today they're offering their neuroelectrical balance to us. So the north is open. Aho. Deep breath as we turn to the east now. We welcome Archangel Raphael, God's healing angel. And with Raphael comes an entourage of great healers. Mother Mary, Master Jesus, I see you, the Arcturian, Sanat Kumara, Kuan Yin. So many healers have come now. But most importantly, the 2 ambassador humpback whales that work here from the earth plane with us, Bella and Humphrey, have come, and they've brought the infusions of the violet flame. Beautiful. And Archangel Raphael brings an infusion of this beautiful green light, which is his form of healing. It's considered an alpha wave, and it's great for manifestation, vibrational healing. So the east is open. Aho. Now see yourself in a 4-sided, beautiful prismatic pyramid that's the exact size of your property. And now invert that down into the earth, as above, so below, and you have immediately formed the sacred space of the octahedron. Take a minute to breathe that in. This is the 0 point energy that we're all seeking every day of neutrality. There's no chaos here. There's no confusion or problems. There's just the vibration of love and the vibration of infinite possibilities. And now touch center below again, down into the earth. There is Archangel Chamuel and the beautiful gray whales holding the space. Rising up, touch center above, wherever that apex is, a mile or higher. And we summon now the council of the 13 white whales, the creator gods that are here. They assist us in every way in light body. And this is a big part of the teachings that the Whale and Dolphin Energy Medicine School does now, is we work directly for them. And the vibration also now comes in of Archangel Jophiel, of beauty and tranquility, peace. And see yourself with all of these mighty and powerful friends supporting you as we come into the last space, the 7th direction, which is the heart, the seat of your soul, the I am presence. This is where we have the ability to really care for ourselves and for others. And here is Archangel Zadkiel to my left, Saint Germain to my right. Let's bring in your three master guides, and let's bring in the cosmic angels as well, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Metatron, and any other benevolent friends or team members that you have or ancestors that have crossed over. I'm also going to bring in my partner, Master Cat Puddah. She's here in the physical. She's an aspect of the soul of Seth. She works very closely with me in all of the travels with me to see the dolphins and whales. Here's Puddah. Thanks, honey. Our sacred space is open. We get started because we have so much to share today. So again, welcome to our class. I am Laurie Reyon, and my partner is Master Cat Puddah. I am standing well, Mother. This particular slide is important to me because it takes me back to when I was having my spiritual awakening. Some of you probably know my story. In 1994, I had a near-death experience following a car accident, and I was shown so many things from the other side. In my 6 minutes of, being in the vibration of what would be considered heaven, I saw things that when I came back didn't make sense, but were planted like seeds along the path of my soul evolution. And in the physical world, I moved to Baja, Mexico for a while to work on my own recovery. And I ended up meeting a shaman and going to his circles. And this particular day, there was a fire circle and a journey. And he took us out to past the planet Sirius and into the realm of the whales. And when we came back, he told me that he was able to go out further in his journey than he'd ever gone before. And he asked me to come into the center of the circle, and he opened my hands and he said, "I'm going to call you Standing Well, Mother." He said, "You're very much a part of the whales on our planet," and many other things that he shared with me, but mostly he embarrassed me. But he did also plant a seed for my future, and which now I can honestly say, over really about 18 years now, I am the voice for the consciousness of the whales and dolphins. This is my promise to them, and it is my joy. We are here to awaken the ancient codes of creation within each of us. The codes are given in partnership with the ancient whales of planet Earth, and specifically, these are the humpback whales that are here for humanity. This is the lifetime and the time that we have waited for to create a life of peace and harmony on this planet. They tell us the time is now to really shift. It's time for humans to begin to live and create from their hearts. What that really means is to surrender the mind, to be smart or to be analytical or to think that there's a right and a wrong in your decision-making process is inaccurate in the world of the animals, in the world of the angels. In the world where we live, freedom reigns. Everybody gets free will choice, and nobody will ever take that from you. What that means is that you get to decide how much love you bring in, and you get to decide if you're going to play on the dark side as well. That's part of the opportunity of being here. But when you choose to come back to living in the heart, there's only love. There's no karma, and there's only positive action and reaction. And of course, this is where the angels and guides live. This is where the animals live. That's where I highly recommend that you go to, and to just really learn to stay in that heart every day, no matter what the outside world looks like. There is always the inner world where the solution energy reigns. So this is the question for you. Do you create from your mind without duality, or do you live and create from your heart with polarity? And are you ready to become a conscious creator? It's a decision that you'll have to make moment by moment, day by day, probably the rest of your life. But if you enter your sacred heart when you feel the potential to make a judgment or to join into an argument or a dispute of any kind of political arena or where someone's told they're right and another person's told they're wrong, will never serve the masses. The masses want to be served by their own freedom. They want to know within their heart what their path is, and it isn't necessarily what someone else's path is. My partner here, Master Puddah, she says the government and the educational realms will never work until we come back to the round table, which is no one leader will ever serve us. It has to be a group. And it has to be a group with the highest and best good in mind that are willing to do the work, pretty much volunteer. And then it will work because people will show up and do what they're guided to do. And there will be no manipulation or corruption from that place. And as far distance as it may seem now, I believe this will happen sooner than later. So entering your heart for me means a conscious exercise of going from the back of my head, where the brain is, and exiting my head with my consciousness and coming back into my body between my shoulder blades, right into the heart space. So you might want to try that. Bring your consciousness to your mind and then shoot it out the back of your head. Come right back in through the shoulder blades. It's quick, it's fast, it works, and you're back in your heart before you know it. And from there, you get a rush of love. You get a rush of well-being, that all is well. And from this place, we have a mantra which aligns with the law of attraction, which is what I think and what I feel, I bring into form. I am a conscious creator. So what I think and what I feel, I bring into form. I am a conscious creator. And this only can happen from your heart. I highly recommend it. It's time to use your free will for the highest and best good and not be, led astray by someone else or perhaps even thinking that you only have a couple of choices. That's not true. There's unlimited amount of choices for every decision. And I think when I first learned this, the first thing that my guides came in and told me to say was when people try to coerce you into making a decision, you can say, you know what, I'm going to have to research that and get back to you. You don't have to make a decision right there. As children and teenagers and employees, we're guided to always have an answer, come up and be right. That's not necessarily the best way to live your life. The best way is to make sure that when you do make a decision, it's the best one for you. And it may not have anything to do with what anyone else is doing. It's time to remember who you really are and why you came to Earth at this time. It's time to remember that life is a choice and you are the creator. No one is from Earth. We're all camping here. We're all from distant, deep space. And I think a huge part of the work we're doing with the whales and dolphins now helps you remember who you really are so that you can be in touch with your star family because they love you so much and they know all about you. There's nobody better equipped to help you than your own star family. But it's about remembering and allowing them to come back into contact with you to help you. From the whale's perspective, as multidimensional beings, their intention is to create a human form that can carry more light. They're always finding ways to bring us more light. Light is information. Light is wisdom. Lack of light, of course, is shadow, and usually sadness and some type of depression. Our mission is to calibrate our DNA to carry more light. And this retreat or workshop today is an immersion into the initiations of light that the whales give us. So grateful for the whales. And my partner, Master Puddah, says, I am a catalyst for the creation of a higher vibration. I bring love whenever that intention or desire is allowed for in my presence. I am an ascension guide. I am Master Cat Puddah. And I am Seth. And that means that she's an aspect of the great soul Seth that has come to the planet since the origin of time. So I'm grateful to know her, grateful to have her, and I'm so grateful she chose me to work with and that I've been a willing student in this world of wisdom that she brings. In recent years, she's been recognized by the Reyon team, and we travel quite often with Reyon as an example of the work we're doing. We bring the whale and dolphin healing sessions. You can see her working on someone on the right, where we summon the whales, just like we're going to do today. And we lay you down, we put the Endara crystals on you, put your blindfold on, and we take you into a meditative journey where the whale is actually all around you in their etheric body. And Master Puddah has been doing some amazing things, but one of them is moving your stem cells. So she's got that opportunity to come to you etherically today if you'll ask her. She's really has the power to be with many people at the same time. And we do too. She just happens to know how to do it. That's another picture of her healing a lady's heart along with the crystals and the whales. Very dedicated. This nice man was up in Canada at a workshop we were doing with Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton and Lynn McTaggart and Reyon, and he was very ill. He asked for a session and he was healed very quickly. And then they had a little intimate moment here. I think they'd been married or something in another life. Very close. So just some of the experiences that are possible. She never gets tired of working with people. She's as many as she can every day. So the oversoul of Puddah, as Seth says, first make peace with where you are. We all want to change, we all want to grow, we all want to expand. But one of the blocks we have is sometimes you have not made peace with where you are. You have some challenges or difficulties as you look around. Maybe you're not pleased with your creations. And maybe you haven't fully realized that you're the creator of your own reality. So making peace is step one. And saying thank you, even for something that you don't necessarily like, because it will teach you. Acknowledge that you created every part of it, then watch it begin to change. Once there is gratitude for the experience and the acknowledgement, begin your intentions, your prayers, and release for your desires. Ask for help with change and for manifestation, and absolutely know you're not alone. This has worked so well for me when I was blocked, so I hope you'll use it. So who are the dolphins and whales? We call them the cetaceans. They are the elders on the planet, and they tell me that they came to Earth some 300 million plus years ago. They are super sentient, ascended beings from the planet Sirius B, and they are stewards for humanity. Amazing. Can't even imagine being here 1 million years, let alone 300 million. They originally walked upright on the land. They have 5 fingers in their pectoral fins, 10 toes in their tail fin. So a lot of stories I can share with you if you choose to do this work. But they eventually moved into the oceans and became water beings. One of the early pioneers in this work was John Lilly, and he said communication with the whales and dolphins is the greatest achievement the human race can aspire to. So I fully align with that statement, and I've learned so much by listening to them and knowing that they have been there, done that. Whatever it is that's coming up for me or for our planet right now, they already know the answer. They've been there and done it. They have the experience, they have the wisdom, and they have the capability to help us. They truly are stewards. People say, how did it happen for you? How did you become telepathic? So I was born telepathic with animals as a child, but I think I thought everyone else was too. So I was a little bit confused. I know that I talked to my horse nonstop. I talked to my cats and dogs, but I was confused why people were mean to animals. And I would say, I remember to my mother even, why is that man being mean to that dog? And all the dog wants is love, to be shared. Or why is someone trying to ride that horse when the horse doesn't want to be ridden? And so I had a bit of confusion as a young person when I realized that we all have this gift, but everyone hasn't developed it yet. So my interspecies communication continued to expand while I was living on the beaches in Baja after the near-death experience. And Puddah literally taught me to talk to the local dolphins. They would come to the house every day. There were 3 of them. And they would come like clockwork, and they taught me so many things. I was resistant at first, but I eventually, learned that I could really spend time with them and learn a little bit more about how they communicate. And basically, it's holographic. They have a much more advanced system of communication than we do, where they can use sonar to send out signals that will create a holographic image. So when they communicate with you, it's often quite a bit more than just words. It's pictures too, and colors and sounds. And they're, teaching us about the future for ourselves as well. So much love. And over time, they asked me to be a voice for the group consciousness of the dolphins and whales, who are the ancients of our planet. They are the stewards for Earth and are the molecular librarians of the Akashic records. That means is they can scan you, as they're doing right now, and looking at every lifetime you've ever had, they can see all of your records through the water molecules or through the ethers, which is called the Akashic records. That's the recorded journey of your soul over every lifetime. So there's nobody more equipped to help you that sees all that you are, all that you have been, and also sees your potential. Just amazing. Dolphins live in the pod mind, which we call the good of the many, not the one. They're all telepathic. They're always connected. This is a picture from just a little bit north of where I live. Dana Point and Laguna Beach, California are known to have more dolphins than anywhere else in the world. We have what they call the megapods, and we believe right now we've probably got about 500,000 dolphins out there. So that's why I live here. I can see them in, just a few minutes, be out there with the dolphins. They live here and they work with the crystalline energy that's embedded in the sand. It's one of the reasons they're here, this particular location. And it's also a migrational point for many of the different whales that come by. So it's a beautiful place to be. And everyone, I think, should visit at some point and come out on the boat and see the dolphins and whales. So we started making a film a number of years ago, I think around 2012. It took us about 3.5 years to make it, and we released it. It's called Ascension Guidance, Living in Your Sacred Heart. So I'm going to share a piece with you now from the film about the dolphins and whales. I think you'll enjoy it. Sorry.
This is a message from the whales and dolphins for humanity. The dolphins are emissaries of light and work closely with the Pleiadian beings to assist everyone in becoming a conscious creator. The dolphins can assist you in going deep within yourself to find the truth that lives within your heart. The dolphins ask us to connect with the divinity within ourselves and truly connect with our souls. They remind us that the soul is the consciousness that we incarnated from and that which we will ultimately return to. Our physical bodies are just an expression of that part of us that embodies a higher power and consciousness. Our souls want nothing more of us in the physical than for us to be happy and live a joyful and magical life. It is only through creating joyful feelings that we can achieve a higher vibration and can truly connect to and communicate with our higher selves. So the dolphin's message is quite simply to become aware of how easy it is to monitor our thought forms and just choose to change them if we find our thoughts anything other than joyful. Simple, but profound. Remember, to think is to create, and we are the creators and co-creators of the world in which we live. The universe is one living, breathing, conscious being, demonstrating interconnectedness and oneness. The incarnated whales are an example of the all-loving, all-knowing consciousness that came to planet Earth to be a steward for Gaia and for humanity. As a species, the whales and dolphins are the most spiritually and intellectually evolved souls in our world, and they anchor the light beamed to Earth from distant sources. Using their living light fields, known as the Merkaba, they align with the frequency and resonance of Gaia, or Mother Earth. The whales have held the highest incarnated vibration on the planet for eons, and also hold the resonance or frequency that is the heartbeat for Gaia. We would not have survived these many years if the whales had not chosen to use their vibration to balance and steady our beautiful planet. The end of polarity or duality is nearing. The responsibilities the whales have held for humanity is now being shared with many humans as we awaken to our true selves and choose to take our power as children of Creator Source. We are reclaiming the true dreaming state of the living heart. This is true creatorship. What this means is that through exercising intentional evolution, we are entering into a time when thoughts will manifest very quickly into our dimensional realities. Because many of us have chosen to awaken to the truth of our soul's journey and become conscious creators, we are now able to connect with the super sentient, ancient cetaceans we call the whales. The whales are the ancients, the elders, and are the greatest healers we will know throughout our many journeys and lifetimes upon this planet we call Earth. The whales ask you to call upon them often to realign your auric fields and your organ systems. They remind you of the phrase, "Ask, and you will receive." It is their honor to assist us, and they come in joy and in a state of bliss that can best be described as living in oneness with all that is. The dolphins and whales intend that you will find great love and joy in your heart each day and find a way to share it with another.
I hope you enjoyed that. I'm coming back now. So over the past many years, I have been in service to what I call the collective consciousness of the whales and dolphins of Earth that resonate in our galaxy from Sirius B. It really has brought me much wisdom and great joy, and the journey has just begun. There's a lot more they're going to share with me because I've agreed to channel them and to bring forth their, the messages and to bring them into my school, which is training other people to do this amazing work. So I channel and share their messages and have created what is known as the Dolphin and Whale Energy Medicine School. Thousands of people have received these healings over the last probably 20 years, and we have seen many accelerated emotional and physical healings. I've seen broken backs heal and tumors go away. I've seen allergies be healed, emotional blocks. I've seen people just feel better. Never had anybody say they didn't feel better. They work with you right where you are based on, what you say you want and what you're really available to do from the soulic perspective. So the energy is summoned when we begin the work, and it comes from one or more of the ascended dolphin or whale beings that travel in their Merkaba, that's their living light field, to the destination, the home of the client. The processes work in person and long distance equally well. So you don't have to physically be with me or with the dolphins and whales, even though that's a lot of fun. They'll come to you and you'll feel it. You're probably starting to feel it already. So the humpback whales create sounds that access the quantum DNA within your form. Science would tell you there's 2 strands of DNA. The whales will tell you there are 12. And after the second, like the third strand of DNA, we're talking about multidimensional and quantum energy. They have told us that the human and the humpback whale share the same quantum DNA, and this is why they can heal us so quickly. We are actually related in the higher realms. No other animals have been discovered that have the same DNA that we do. Also, over 80 countries all over the world have created laws to protect dolphins and whales. So there's a part of the human that intuitively knows that if we hurt the whales, we hurt ourselves. So this is very true. Another part of our work is working now with the authentic monatomic Andara crystals. They only are in 2 places in the world that we know of. One is Mount Shasta and one is South Africa. And the crystals that we work with come from what was originally called Lady Nellie's property. She's passed over now. And the crystals, as you can imagine, are very valuable. They're so powerful. They come in all these beautiful colors. And we're just beginning to discover the great power, the healing power of these crystals. Because they're from a different world, they have no duality. You never have to clean them. So they're in charge, so to speak. Here's a picture of some of the ones that you're working with right now. These are already activated and working on each of you. So they are destiny stones. They have helped me so much. I had such resistance too. I was not the kind of person that I liked them, but I didn't want one more thing to do. The same with our beautiful crystal skull. I inherited him when my soul sister passed away, and he's become a part of my life. And each of these things that have given to me was such a great gift. At first I was like, no, I don't want to be responsible, for another thing. But I can't even tell you how much difference they've made in my life. And so now if you're interested in Andara crystals, you can contact me and I will create a Zoom appointment for you, or you can come to my house and I will show them to you. So I'm just a destiny point along the way. They stop here on their way out to the world to help many families. And of course, look at Master Puddah, she loves them. This is her favorite one. I'll be working with you today. So, all right, so I'm going to switch over here now. Oh, I have to close this. Hold on here. Get my ducks in a row. And we're going to move into the personal healing and clearing now. I've got a lot of good information to work with, and I'm going to take it, right to your home now. So for those that don't know, dolphins are whales too. They're called toothed whales. All whales are not dolphins, but all dolphins are whales, and they all work together in harmony. So this is a whale healing and clearing, and we're calling in the energy light medicine from the Great Whale Council, just for you. So often people will ask me if we do this type of work, if it works in harmony, with the other types of healing that they're doing. And the answer is yes. The whales have said everything is presented is designed to harmonize with all belief systems. And we have witnessed that over and over, amazing healing results with the whales and dolphins combined with other modalities that you might do. And we encourage you just to open to your own heart, your own power with this work, and know that this core level healing is available. You're going to feel better, and the miracle healings are possible. So open to that, and know that as the whales, the dolphins, and the angelics, who we call the celestial light beings, are all a part of the package. There we are. And here's a little bit of a business card for me of the different things that we do. Retreats. What's coming up for me is in Bimini in June. If you're interested, we'll talk more about that. In September in Moorea, which is near Tahiti, where we swim with the whales. March 22nd, it's a couple weeks, we have a boat trip right out of Dana Point, where we go out and see those beautiful dolphins and the migrating gray whales. And we do lots of workshops online. So I hope you'll take advantage of what feels right for you. Know that we're here to help. There's that picture again. So this is a channel that the whales have given us. I think it says a lot in just 2 paragraphs. Beloved humans, we are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming their mastery and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. As you awaken your dormant DNA, you will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe where you change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, education, government, and sustainable living. Connect with us now and we will accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the great whales. We represent the cetacean nations of Earth, and we are cosmic creators. So people say, who are the whales? This is a beautiful channel that they gave me a couple of years ago to help you get, familiarized with them. But know that nothing can happen without your permission. I don't care how powerful they are. They can't come in and move energy or heal you if you don't allow for it. So let's start there. Okay? Wherever you are, I'm going to have you say these words, from your home. Okay? And it's all about giving permission. On this most auspicious day, I have gathered as a force of light. I have answered the call of my heart to come and join together now from my heart and my soul. In this divine activity of light, we connect to and access the Earth's stargate of light. We ask permission to connect now to the portal of light. Now, this portal is located on the northeast corner of Kauai, so take a moment to feel into that. And it opens only for people who are pure of heart. Ask permission, and the whales will come to you. There we go. Permission is given. This Stargate portal is open throughout the multiverse and now opens through this quadrant of our galaxy, this solar system, and onto Earth, right to your home. This portal now illuminates all life in golden pearlescent light through the threefold flame of divinity. So what that means is that real sustainable changes occur from triangulation. The word triangulation means we're connecting first to the earth, like we did when we opened the sacred space. We're connecting to source light through the sun, and we're connecting to our own hearts. It's the seat of the soul. And when those three players are aligned and working together, real change can occur. And we step out of the linear, dualistic time frame that we're in now into the reality of triangulation. And here's a picture of what that portal might look like as you connect to it. This is the portal where all souls enter the planet, according to the Dalai Lama. And Master Puddah gave the prophecy in 2011 that we would go there in March of 2012, and we would have ceremony, and we would open the Stargate, and we would receive the white whales back to the planet that had not come back since the origin of the creation of the planet. And sure enough, they did. We thought at the time it was going to be an energy ceremony. We didn't know that they would actually come back in the physical, and they have. So really amazing. So let's all do this, reading from our homes. I call upon the overlighting presence of Mother, Father, God, my I am presence, and all beings of light from on high that serve the light of our Creator. I personally acknowledge that I am a part of the co-creative council that is in service to Mother Earth and her inhabitants through my soul and my human vehicle. Beautiful. So in July of 2012, this whale and his presence became evident to me. The filmmaker I was working with discovered him. He was born, or I should say he walked in, because we don't really know about any parents, in July of 2012 in Australia. His Earth name is Migaloo, and he was the first to appear of the 12 white whales that were prophesied to come back on March 3rd, 2012. And so I was delighted to find out that our ceremony was not just about energy, but about the physical whales as well. So this is for everyone to read together. I acknowledge myself as a part of the all that is, and state that I am now willing to feel, think, and act as a being of light from this moment forward. This is a big one. And this picture is here to remind you to connect to your higher self. Now, this higher self, we talk about the I am presence, is neither male or female. It's genderless. So don't be offended if you're a man and we're looking at a female angel here. This being is just here to help you. It's the higher part of you, the larger part of you that's non-physical. Okay, together in this divine activity of light, I now allow the great whales and celestial light beings access to my Akashic records. Again, it's about permission. I allow the knowledge and wisdom of humanity's highest potential through the Hall of Records to be revealed. And this is what I think it might look like to be in the Akashic Records. You know, it's the recorded journey of every single one of us' soul journeys. All of our lives are stored there. And I know this from having the personal experience in '94. It's an amazing thing to go back and review every thought, word, and deed at light speed. You know, that's how it's done. And to re-experience what your choices have been. It makes everybody, I think, want to do better. Bring in more love. Together, I now access the divine soul rays of light that created this solar system, this planet, and my body. In this divine summoning, I allow the activations and memories that are for my highest good at this time. So when we look at the energy that comes through the Stargate, that comes to the planet, you know, from the far reaches really of the sixth dimension where Sirius is, this is what the whales bring. They bring the green light, which is alpha, and along with the angelics, the light of manifestation and acceleration. But they also bring the violet flame, which is the royal purple light. And the royal purple light is the instant transmutation of lower or negative energies. So it's exactly what we want, and it is their auric field. So we want to be immersed in the violet flame. Affirmation: I willingly ask for the appropriate memories to be activated and revealed that take me into the memories of self-mastery. Well, this is the dolphin that lives up in Dana Point, and I've watched him grow up. I call him Simon. He's really a lot of fun. He loves everybody. He comes to the boat, and of course they all do, but this is one of my favorites. He's quite the master. And here's two more masters. I love this picture. It was taken up in Santa Cruz, and it shows, the joyfulness, the benevolence of these great whales. And, you can almost hear them laughing as they surprise this man in the kayak. They're very spatially aware. I've had the opportunity to swim with them in Hawaii a few times, and in September last year in Moorea for the first time legally. It's legal to swim with them. And oh, they're so loving, so amazing to come up next to and look into that eye. Okay, this is for everyone. I willingly ask for the appropriate memories to be activated and revealed that take me into the memories of Lemuria. That's the first golden age, 26,000+ years ago. Atlantis, the time of King Arthur and Avalon, ancient Egypt, the time of Christ, and any other time or place that you have lived where your cosmic and your cellular DNA can be activated that is appropriate for your highest and best good. You've been many lives, many masters. It's all in the DNA, in the 12 strands, and within each strand of DNA are 12 substrands. So there's actually 144 strands that can be worked with. And this is the study of our school. If you're interested in knowing more about that, we work extensively with the strands of DNA in the dolphins. So this is for everyone. I now embrace and integrate my pure potentiality as a human incarnated upon planet Earth on this day of March 8th, 2020. And you can say your town, and I'm going to say in Oceanside, California. And this slide is, I think it's probably the most powerful one to show you what the whales would really like you to do now. They want you to visualize standing in a circle, holding hands with all of the beings that you've ever been, both male and female, feeling that for a moment. And now, the being that you are now steps into the center of the circle. The two beings behind would then grab hands behind you. And you would merge when the meditation starts with the great whale coming into the left eye and just laying back as the merger, the integration occurs. And two things can happen now, based on your intentions and your willingness, is the living Merkaba of the whale rotates in two directions. There's two spinning fields of light. One is clockwise, one is counterclockwise. The counterclockwise field is the vibration of the earth spinning, and this is where the violet flame comes in, and spins out lower energies at the subatomic level. This is their great power. And then the vibration that spins clockwise is that of the angelics. And so they will bring in white light, source light, and replenish the cells that have just been cleaned instantly. So you have the great transformation of lower energies immediately replenished with source light. And what that means is you can clear old emotional baggage, old, things that are happening repetitively in your lives. That we get the same lessons over and over until we achieve learning to love in the myriad of different ways there are. And then the second thing occurs is when the white light comes in, often mastery is restored to us in the various things that we've forgotten. So many of us have lived so many lives where we did something really well, and that yet that lays dormant. Perhaps it's music, perhaps it's art or engineering or science, and that's just laying there in your DNA. So if you allow them, they can activate that and bring that forward where you don't have to study. Just remember. It's a very good thing. So these are affirmations now to continue to raise your vibration to prepare you for the healing. So each one is read 3 times. The first time you say it, you connect with the earth. The second time you say it, you connect with the sun or source light. The third time you say it, you come into your heart. Okay, here we go. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I remember I am. I remember I am. I remember I am. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am a master being of light. I am a master being of light. I am a master being of light. I am holy. I am holy. I am holy. I am sacred. I am sacred. I am sacred. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am divinity embodied. I am divinity embodied. I am divinity embodied. I am truth. I am truth. I am truth. I am power. I am power. I am power. I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for my life. This moment is my life. This moment is my life. This moment is my life. Excellent. You can feel that coursing through your body now, raising the vibration, and allow the whales to embrace you. This was taken in Maui. Beautiful whale. Together, through the light of my divine creator, source energy, and the threefold flame of our mighty cosmic source, I now allow the whales and celestial beings of light to align and restore my divine life blueprint. And there's a picture of what it might look like to connect to the many aspects of the soul, and to realign, come back into balance and consciousness. Together, I am here. I am ready. I am open. Please guide me. And see it done now. Let us rejoice together. And so it is. It's about visualizing what's coming here. Another picture just so you can visualize who you're working with. And now another important piece before we lay you down for the meditation. Intention is everything. By stating your desires, you access your soul's energy and the divinity within you. So we're going to take a minute here, and I want everyone to go into your heart, and you can even, use a notepad if you like, and start writing down the things that you're praying for, that you're asking for, that you're saying to the whales, please help me, and speak from your heart. They want to hear from you, okay? Don't hold back. I'll come back in a few seconds and we'll go on, but really open up to them. All right, thank you, everyone. Good news. The great whales say, ask and you will receive. There's a beautiful alignment there with Metatron's cube, the sacred geometry of your Merkaba. So we're going to begin the healing process. I'm going to suggest that you use headphones or a speakerphone if you find a place to lay down. We're actually going to do a water blessing first, but that during the meditation, you're able to really relax. Declare the water in your body holy and sacred and divine. So this is the prayer we're going to use. If everyone can hold a glass or a bottle of water right now. Bring it to your heart. When we bless the water in our bodies, we change the crystalline structure of the water molecules in our own body, thus preparing us for the healing with the whales. So let us say, water, we bless you. Water, we love you. Water, we honor you. Please forgive us for polluting you or harming you in any way. So we say to the water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. This is the Ho'oponopono prayer. 2 more times. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. So through the power of our divine essence, we raise the vibration of this water and the water in our bodies to the highest possible vibration right now. So drink some of that water. remembering Dr. Emoto's work. Most of you, I'm sure you're familiar. He was the scientist that photographed the structure of water, proving it's conscious, it's sentient, it's alive. Water can never be destroyed, only recycled. So based on the vibration that the water is currently in, that's what the crystalline structures look like, or lack of crystalline structures, I should say, if you see the bottom. So also Dr. Todd Ovakaitis, some of you may know him through the Reyon team, is one of the premier scientists in the world. He worked with Dr. Emoto before he passed away, and he was able to prove that the humpback whale sounds are truly the most powerful sounds in the world. That the humpback sounds were the only sounds that cleared the Tokyo tap water, and the Tokyo tap water was considered the filthiest. It was like green and toxic and horrible, unhealthy to drink, of course. Only the humpback whale sounds could bring it back to balance and form the crystals that were actually the little Merkaba, star tetrahedrons. So there's some scientific proof of the power of the whale sound. So our intention is to bring the water in the world and the water in our bodies back to this beautiful vibration. And the whale's ready to take you now on the deep dive. This is what they've asked me to share with you, that they may assist you now in clearing past contracts and agreements that no longer serve your soul's progression. And this includes realms of the personal life, the family, planetary, solar, galactic, and even cosmic or universal. They work in multidimensional realms where other parts of you exist, or where your Akashic records are, where you lived on other planets. So one day you might meet with the whale that helped you on this day, that cleared something maybe from Saturn or Venus, you don't know. Just open to them and they will help you. And this picture is from Jean-Luc Bazali. He's one of my favorite artists. He lives in Hawaii. He's a visionary artist. Also, the whales will tell you that toxins and old memories that are stored in the water can be removed now, that are embedded in your DNA, that are potentially blocking you from living in joy and happiness, success, love, and self-empowerment. So it's about letting those vibrations in, living in the heart, like we talked about, and making new choices. And every moment counts. Every moment can be filled with this love that the whales bring us. It's almost like you've been wearing a backpack full of rocks, and tonight you can take them off. Okay? You don't need rocks in your backpack anymore. Celebrate. So as the whale Merkaba, that's the light body, envelops you now, it's coming down around your house, and you enter the violet flame. That's their auric field of the royal purple light. Lower and negative energies, remember, are spun out. And you are then immediately infused and restored with interdimensional golden white rainbow light from the divine by the angelics we've called in, and of course the great whale. So two things are happening. Both are wonderful. I would accept this invitation to merge with the whale here. So this is what it might look like for those with inner sight. You'll feel that violet flame burning through you and changing the frequency of your cells at the subatomic level. And the last thing they ask you is to return to the innocence of a child now. There's nothing to think about. You can't do this wrong. All you have to do is say, yes, I'm willing. And when the meditation starts, you lie down, put your blindfold on, scarf around your eyes, do something to block out the light so that the third eye becomes activated. And turn out the lights in the room. And if you go to sleep, it's okay. You may not hear every word of the meditation. That's okay. I'm recording it. But return to the innocence of the child and allow them to work on you. And then they tell me the healing will continue, depending on your vibration, another 8 to 10 days. We'll continue to work and clear. So it's time to get ready for the meditation so you can come out looking like this. The beautiful, refreshed Merkaba. And of course is my partner's eyes. Okay, just checking on everyone. Blindfold, get yourself comfortable, turn out the lights. This is about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll have a message from the whales before we take a break and then start working with the dolphins. So enjoy. This is the Mother White Whale meditation. I think you're going to love it. I know I do.
This is the Mother White Whale Healing Journey. Beloved ones, I am the great Mother White Whale. I am Wataki'i, and I come to you now as you have summoned me from the cosmos. The Great White Whale Council is standing upright around you in a circle of light, radiating their light and love into your body and form. And now, with your permission, we merge our forms as you would gently allow your energy to come into my left eye. We will float together in the middle of this sacred circle. We will connect to the energy of the planet, of beautiful Gaia herself, knowing that you are a part of this energy, that you are deeply connected to the energy of Earth and your mission here. This is an auspicious day as we have gathered as a force of light, and you have answered the call of your heart to surrender and release, and allow the preciousness of this ancient and powerful energy to come into your body and into your life. In this sacred circle, we call upon the overlighting presence of Source, of Mother, Father, God, all gathered as a force of light, your I Am presence, and your personality as you exist now, all merging into a beautiful womb of light. In this frequency, we tune to your living light field, known as the Merkaba. And now we tune to your Akashic records, which are the journey of your soul over many lifetimes. Thank you for allowing us to have access to your records so that we may take this journey. We now merge our light and we begin to experience that which is both healing and revealing. Feel the frequency now of the Andara crystals as they begin to accelerate your vibration. Feel the whales who are your ancient friends. There is nothing to say, and there is nothing to do on this journey. There is only to be. There is great love here for you. Allow yourself to completely relax as the energies begin to move, cleansing and purifying at the cellular and atomic level. We now summon the energy of our beloved Saint Germain and the power of the violet flame, as it would not be appropriate for us to work together without offering you a healing, cleansing, and clearing with the power of the violet flame. Beloved one, in the energy of the healing and the clearing that you are seeking now, we begin to sink down into the core of the earth, finding ourselves next to the crystal cave. This place will seem very familiar to you, as this is the place where the crystal that is your own Akashic record is stored, deep within the womb of the earth. This is one of the most treasured and special places to visit in this way. In this place, your crystal connects you to all that we do together and all that you are upon the earth and upon the grid systems of the earth. The whales are the living components of the crystalline grid system of the earth and the weavers of the magnetic fields. Beloved one, I am Wataki'i, and it is appropriate as we, the whales, are the navigators of these energies. We take you now into the crystal cave, where you will connect to your own Akashic crystal. Tune now to the energies of the elementals that are here. They are here to greet you and to assist you. These amazing beings are air, water, fire, and earth, and they represent the energies that you know as the builders of form. All of this energy now can permeate your being through the frequency of prana, the prana of earth herself. This energy is your mother, and she is a unified field of consciousness. Feel yourself connecting now to your own body elemental. This is the eternal, immortal part of you that represents the feminine, and it is grounded and fully aware within this cave of creation. Your crystal and your body elemental contain the energy, the memories, and the truth of the origin of your creation. Feel this in your body. Feel the power of what it feels like to open your heart and your beingness to Mother Earth herself. During this next portion of the healing, see and sense yourself standing on the grid at the core of the earth, which is the flower of life. Multiple concentric circles woven into that perfect mandala, the flower of life. And know that the very grid of the earth is being changed because you are being changed, because you have asked for assistance and healing and empowerment. Surrender now to this frequency in this time with the elementals.
Kai ale loloa e hula mai e hula mai e hula mai ili ike aka ika po haha vai hano hani hu bili ana pili koke e bili ana e pili ka ua i ke kahi. Aloha mai aloha mai aloha mai e ho'o mākau kau no nā mea ai nui i mua o mākau i loa a mai i a mākau ke o la kinu. Nā mahina hala ka hola nei e hanau o ia e makana aloha i ke kai e ola mau e ola mau e ola mau e Ina ia mai ka puana i ka umele o ka hula hanau o ka hola a pauloa a pauloi.
Communication with the whales and the dolphins is the greatest achievement that the human race can aspire to. Transcend, infinite. In the province of dream time, there are no limits. The mind is infinite. Communication. Dream time. In the province of the mind, what one believes to be true either is true or becomes true within certain limits. Infinite. Transcend.
And now, beloved one, it is time to rise up from the core of the earth and this place of healing with the elementals. It is time to rise up from the deepest part of the earth up through the ocean, nestled within my womb. It is time to rise up and to take a deep breath and to see and feel yourself as cleansed and purified with the power of the whales, the elementals, and the angels that serve you. Take a few moments to really breathe this energy in now, allowing yourself to feel the experience of this freeing, floating, rising up energy. In this divine activity of light, we now allow the angelics, the great Elohim, master healers and teachers from the stars, to meet us as we rise up to the crystalline world light grid, together joined in love. We begin to look now at your place and part within the grid system of the earth herself. There is a very special place within the grid where your light glows. This is your special place and your connection to your soul. The immortal, eternal you exists here, connected to the grid from the moment that you arrived, and you are now conceived into the body that you live in now. From this place, the world would not be complete without you, and the love and the essence of who you are. It is very important now to fall back in love with yourself, as we are in love with you, as we see the true beauty and uniqueness of you. There are many strands of DNA within your body, many of which are dormant. At this time, it is important to now tune to the frequencies of allowance, knowing that with your permission, the calibration of your DNA can take place. And know that the far reaches of this healing and meditation can go with you each day to enter your meditations and your sleep state, and it can be repeated to continue the process. The important thing to really know and feel in your body is that you are not alone, and that you wouldn't want to attempt to become all that you are here on earth without your team by your side. So I would ask you, would you float with me now and tune into the mandala of the flower of life? The crystalline core that you saw in the core of the earth, this exists here as well. The flower of life is the essence of creation, and this particular place that I have taken you to in the grid is a part of that. There is an energy here of the greater good, where we begin to access the soul rays of light that not only created your sun and your solar system and your many planets, it created you. Call on those divine rays of light now, because within them are the embodiments of the frequencies that you say you are seeking, and that can be brought to you in this way. There is a place here where you can touch how really loved and supported you are as you experience the magnificence of the angelics. And now, allow me to remind you that the energy frequencies of the world rotate in two frequencies: the counter-rotating fields that correspond to Gaia, and now the clockwise rotation of the energy that is light being infused into your cells. They work together in perfect harmony. While we were down in the earth, we accessed the Merkaba energy of the violet flame, of the earth herself, and the healing and clearing energies. And now, space has been created within your form to be restored. So in your own way, we turn our attention now to whatever that is to you, to your God, to your goddess, to your creator, to that which we call source. And we turn our countenance and our face in a very innocent way to this incredible being that we call the Ancient of Days. And we ask for a tidal wave of divine, white, golden light to come to the grid now and to permeate every part of your body, filling the vacancies that have been cleaned and cleared with only the frequency that Source can provide you. As we see this in our mind's eye, we feel frequencies and waves of golden light coming to us now. Allow yourself to feel this, to fill every cell, every molecule, every atom, and even every subatomic particle of your body. Allow this energy now to move through the timelines into the past, into the present, and even into the future. The energy of what is coming to you is just a piece of the brilliance of the light that is the emergence of your consciousness as you connect Source to you in this way. We tell you that for over 100,000 years, this energy has lain dormant on the earth to a day like today when it would be summoned, and you can feel it. There are many beings that took part in the inception and the creation of the human, but the soul is the magnificent, eternal, immortal being that participated in the creation of you. So in this celebration, we welcome in those beings now that are the master healers and teachers. Starseed brothers and sisters from the Pleiades, we welcome you. The Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Orions, the Lyrians, the Alpha Centauris, the Sirians, and the cosmic, galactic, and even the solar angels, the Ascended Masters, the great cetacean nations who are the dolphins and the whales, all now tuning to you in your brilliance. As together, joined in love, we use this energy to overlight the entire surface of the earth, creating a signature of magnificence that would not have been possible without your help. If there ever comes a day when you feel small or insignificant or not good enough, remember this day and remember that this is your true essence. All you have to do is ask, and we are there for you to receive this wonderful energy. It is our honor and our privilege to be with you in this way, to pray with you, and to light you up with this brilliance of Source energy, that you may walk upon this earth as a magnified, expanded, and very, very happy being. And now, we allow this blanket of love to bring its golden essence to the earth herself, radiating down upon all beings, in all places, and at all times. And now, beloved one, it is time for us to part. Allow yourself to gently exit as you move out of my right eye, back into your body through your crown chakra. Taking some nice deep breaths and integrating the healing energies and the codes that you have received. And now, please allow the great whales to begin to weave a beautiful, golden, translucent egg of light around your body. As we weave this golden light, we are sealing in this new and upgraded vibration. And as we complete our meditation and healing today, we ask that you continue this work in your dream state, in the coming days, and in your quiet meditations, creating time to be with us as we revisit this healing, continuing to allow the energy to return you to a magnificent being of light. I am Wataki'i. I am the great Mother White Whale, and I am humbled and honored by your presence here, dear one. We know you well. We are your dearest friend. Namaste.
Welcome back, everyone, after that beautiful meditation and healing. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes now to take a break and come back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. It'd be a good idea to drink some water now. And when we come back for the second half, we'll be working with the dolphins and DNA recalibration. So I'll see you soon. Enjoy.